Happy Wednesday evening, everybody. Let's see what we can do for exercise today. Well, I went to the gym actually, so I did some muscle exercise. So I guess I'm good in that department for today. And um, yeah, maybe some light martial arts like uh, yeah, rod strengthening, good for strengthening of fingers. Ooh, okay. Okay, should be good. Ooh, ooh, okay. Ooh, oh, oh. Okay, I think that's pretty good enough exercise for today. So yeah, I went to gym during the lunchtime. So okay, let's take 5 minutes break, please. Yeah. Oh. Wow, today is a very hot day. Okay. Uh, Happy Wednesday, everybody. And yeah, I went to the gym during the lunch break. So whenever I go to the gym, after that, I feel this fatigue. So, but I recover soon enough. So in the news, former Mr. Secretary Donald Rumsfeld passed away. Yeah, I'm very sorry. In his 80s, so he lived very long and fruitful life, productive life. Yeah, I read his biography. Actually, I met him once. How? When I was in Fort Hood, Texas, just before he deployed, so it was back in 2011, 10 years ago. He paid us a visit in Fort Hood, Texas, to sign his books. It's a book signing. Yeah, I bought his book, got his signature, and I don't have it anymore. That book when I moved out. Okay, but I think I donated to library something because it has his signature. I think I donated, and it was a very good book. Like he talked about known knowns and known unknowns and unknown unknowns, maybe unknown knowns. What is unknown known? Yeah, it's something that we know, but we do not know the fact that we know. Is there a possibility? I don't think he talked about it, but yeah, maybe it's something we know in a long-term memory, but it's not transferred to short-term memory. So maybe something we know potentially in our long-term memory, but we are not quite thinking that. So we need to remind people of those old forgotten memories. Yeah, sure. Let me grab some beer, okay? So, um, Mr. Secretary Rumsfeld, I liked him quite a bit. Okay, I did like his book, and by reading his book, you can kind of tell what kind of man he is, and he seems to be very smart and with good character. Okay, yeah, I liked him. And when it comes to Iraq War, was it a mistake? I think so. I think it was a mistake to the W. George W. Bush um, Jr. I think it was an error. Uh, Maybe not. Well, let history be the judge. Maybe in a long-term basis, maybe it's better for that region to remove Mr. Saddam Hussein from power. I don't know. Okay, but I wouldn't have suddenly because yeah, he was dictator and he committed some genocide and whatnot. But I just don't like this interventionism. Okay, messing with other countries' politics. Okay, but I do understand that President Bush wanted to make world a better place by removing Mr. Saddam Hussein. I understand that. Okay, maybe he was right. Maybe he was right. Okay? And Secretary Rumsfeld, he had no choice but supporting his boss, President Bush. Okay, so we cannot quite blame him for supporting that decision because he is employee of subordinate of President Bush, so he had to obey. Right? Uh, but I like him quite a bit. Okay, Mr. Rumsfeld, and so that's that. And what else? So in my spare time, I watched this another news flying car from Slovakia. Like back in the days, it was one country, Czechoslovakia, but they divided into Czech Republic and Slovakia, right? So in Slovakia, some uh, university professor, inventor, scientist, engineer, designer came up with this real flying car. It's like four-wheel car and gasoline powered. It's a car, but it has this wing that comes out and unfold, and then it was just beautifully designed. I was like, and it flies, amazing. It requires it's a fixed wing kind of airplane. When the hidden wing get stretched out and unfolds, okay, so this car become a airplane. Oh man, it was beautiful. Okay, and it works. It worked like for 30 minutes air time, right? But it requires this gangway, uh, just like any fixed wing airplane does. Okay, but I think it has good application in the future. I think it will go commercial soon. It's just airplane. Okay, so yeah, it requires airport. So and then when it lands in the airport, it becomes a car. Which is really cool concept, right? Oh, you will say, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was awesome. Okay. And then I looked up some other flying cars in YouTube, and there are some others like kind of like okay, so this one is not fully implemented yet, but they designed it. It's a company owned by Chinese, but the company itself is in Massachusetts, America. Okay, so this Chinese company hires both Chinese and Americans because the company itself is in Massachusetts, America. Okay, and they are still implementing this what's called TFX, right? It's like helicopter drone, propeller based. So yeah, it does the vertical lifting, vertical landing, which is even better, right? Why? Because you don't have to go to airport to fly this flying car because it's like helicopter drone with two propellers, uh, and it folds this propeller so that it does not become too big. So it fits in the average garage in America. So that is cool. That's awesome. They're still implementing it. They haven't built one yet. They're in the process of building. It's kind of new company. Yeah, so flying car. How about hoverboard? Do you think hoverboard exists? They kind of made it, kinda. Yeah, but uh, maybe a little bit of cheating involved. Japanese car company Lexus, is it kind of luxury brand of Toyota, I guess? Yeah, they in Spain for advertisement purpose, they built this something kind of looking like hoverboard in a Back to the Future 2 movie, American movie, Back to the Future 2. Hoverboard, basically, they use this superconductor technology. So the hoverboard itself should be kept very cool with liquid nitrogen every 10 minutes. Okay. And then on the ground, there should be some kind of magnet or something like that. So the kind of like railroad trail, kinda. Okay. Yeah. But I think it does have commercial uh, potential greatly. I think it does have some commercial potential there. Why? Because yeah, it's unlike the Back to the Future 2, you cannot hover over just plain vanilla ground, right? But it has the ground has to have this maybe magnet or metal, whatever they use. They need to have that. But then yeah, this roller skate place, skateboard park. Yeah, they can have that kind of tracks and on the ground. Yeah, just like they did in the Lexus commercial. Yeah, they can do that. One day, I think it will be commercialized. Okay, and there are some companies yeah exploring that possibility and kind of investing on that venue. Okay, it'll be cool. And I saw another video. Uh, it's based on not based on that superconductor, but it's based on this drone technology, propeller, just like helicopter. Yeah, drone is nothing but just helicopter with smaller blades. Okay, multiple small blades, and so that hoverboard actually you can like fly quite high because based on drone propeller, right? Yeah, just a board with multiple propellers. That was cool. Guy just standing on top of that board and kind of flying. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if you make the board big enough, it can be like magic carpet in Aladdin. Aladdin, the animation, the Middle Eastern Aladdin, right? Yeah, magic board where you can just sit on instead of standing on, right? Yeah. Just make the drone bigger. I mean, drone board bigger, more propellers. Yeah, magic carpet. Sure. I think drone technology has a bright future, okay? And I'm not a huge fan of electric vehicles. I don't think electric vehicle is a good concept at all because first of all, it does not save environment. Second of all, it is energy inefficient. It is less efficient than gasoline-based cars, and it takes too much time to charge it. So I think that this mainstream ideology, electric vehicle ism, that's hindering human progress, technological progress. Why? Because it's wasting investors' money in that wrong idea. But it'll go away eventually because it just makes no sense. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with gasoline, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, climate change, that's not science. That's a bad religion disguised as science. Okay. Bad secular religion. Like Florida condo collapsing, I'm very sorry, okay? Now they blame climate change. Hmm? California wildfire, they blame climate change. Huh? It's like whatever happens, okay, it's too hot, it's too cold, they just blame climate change. Okay, that's not science. That's a bad religion. Okay, it's like back in the days, whenever natural disaster happens, uh, this attributed to angry God because people are afraid. They don't know what to think about it, what to think of it. All right, this is, they attribute those natural disasters to God, angry God. Okay, and nowadays it's climate change, anti-climate changeism. Anything natural disaster, whatever disaster happens, they just blame climate change. That's their God now. Okay, so that's kind of dumb. Ephemerals. Okay, oh, just dumb. Anyways, but they are not dumb people. It's just that they don't have time to think. Maybe they're just busy, and so they just go along with the mainstream view. Climate change, climate change, climate change. Yeah, they're not dumb people. They just don't have time to think, or maybe they don't have the habit of thinking. Maybe thinking is not what those people do mostly. Okay, maybe they are not habitual thinkers. Maybe thinking is not one of their favorite time pastime activity. Nothing with that. Yeah, people can have whatever hobbies. Hmm. It's free country. So let's take 5 minutes break, please. Okay, and we'll talk about some things. We'll talk about slavery back in the days, and we'll talk about Trump. Okay? Let me write that down before I forget. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this transatlantic slave trade in Europe, they are the traders, okay, and then Africa, they're the slave sellers and also slaves themselves. We are talking about between 1500s and 1800s, spanning about 300 years, okay, and then who are the purchasers? Yeah, the plantation owners in North and South America, the descendants of European settlers. Okay, all right. So that's transatlantic slave trade. Uh, yeah. So Europeans, Americans, and Africans. Okay, so that's how it was back then. For 300 years, it lasted too long, right? Which is quite surprising history. Okay, so my question is this: clearly, it's unethical, immoral, and very unchristian. All right. So for 300 years, philosophers, ethicists, moralists, what were they doing? Or even church officials, Catholics, Protestants, for 300 years, what were they doing? Did they ever criticize slave trade? If they didn't, they did not do their job correctly. Why? Because it's obviously morally wrong to treat a human being as if the human being is some kind of object. Uh, how about Mr. Karl Marx? At least he tried, right? Not specific about slave trade, but about the exploitation of employers, of employees, labor back in 1800s. Okay, he saw some injustice there, so he tried to fix it. Marxism. Okay, but he didn't quite do it very well though, because he called for violence, radical communist revolution. He supported that kind of violent revolution. Okay, so kinda. Okay, it's more nuanced than that, but kinda he did. Okay, Communist Manifesto. Okay, so and that he was wrong on that. Okay, and he was too divisive. He antagonized the employers, wealthy people too much, and social change cannot be brought by antagonizing a section of society. You have to bring people together and do so in a gradual, peaceful fashion. Okay, but Mr. Karl Marx was not a deep thinker, in my opinion. He was too shallow and very impatient. Impatient. So he just wanted to get this communist revolution done very quickly using violence, and it failed. Okay, but at least he tried to do something right as a philosopher. But I don't think he was a very good philosopher at all. I think he was a very dumb person, very shallow. Okay, yeah. I don't think he's a good philosopher at all whatsoever. Okay. Let me get something stronger. Okay. So yeah, I'm just wondering, do those famous philosophers between 1500 AD and 1800 AD in Europe, did they ever once criticized slave trade? Those being mainstream there. Huh? How about popes, Catholic Church or Protestant church leaders? Protestants in Europe back in the days, they were not powerful, so we cannot quite blame them because they could not stop have influence on politicians of Europe or business people of Europe back in those days. But popes, Roman Catholic Church leaders, they had tremendous political influence. So did they try to stop this practice, evil practice of slavery for 300 years? Did they even try? Or were they just too so preoccupied with becoming the next pope? Their self promotion and their own political power. I don't think they're very good Christians, okay? I don't think so. So there be my criticism, okay? Of the philosophers and yeah, Christian leaders of that era for 300 years in Europe, okay? I mean, when it comes to scientists or musicians, painters, they are apolitical people and they don't have political clout. So even if they may have felt better about slavery, there was nothing they could do to stop slavery practice. Okay, so I don't put blame on them though. Maybe a little bit. Did they ever paint or sculpture or wrote novels or wrote music about wrongfulness of slave trade that was going on for 300 years? They could have, but I don't think they did. Okay? And I give my share of criticism on that. Okay, yeah. I kind of see myself as a philosopher, independent thinker a little bit. Yeah, human knowledge can be thought as a philosophy, like metaphysics, right? But I not only talk about contemporary topics, I actually engage in contemporary affairs by running for political election, public offices as a politician. Right? Yeah. Why? What good is philosophy? Okay, all this wealth of knowledge, humanology, if it's not serving the needs of the people, if it's not contributing to the betterment of humanity, then it is useless. Like Saint Paul said in Bible, New Testament, right? Yeah, I may speak in tongues. What is speaking in tongues? One interpretation. In humanology, we have brand new terminologies, okay? Brand new words like copium transfer. Yeah, that's lingua, language. Speaking in tongues, speaking in different language, okay? Yeah. So Saint Paul said, yeah, I may speak in multiple tongues, but if I don't have any love, then all those, they're all useless, okay? So humanology, I think it's great. Uh, Science, philosophy, and even religion. But it's great knowledge, very well, good system of knowledge, human knowledge, okay. But if it's not helping people, that's like love for fellow human beings, right? If it's not helping people, then what's the point? Okay, it's just intellectual entertainment. Well, there's some good value there, but we want to do some more than intellectual entertainment, right? We actually want to make this world a better place, right? Yeah, that's why I'm running for US Senate next year, and I keep on running. Yeah, but hey, please, I'm not asking you to campaign for me. I'm not asking people to campaign for me. There's no need to spread the words. Okay, no, it it just take time because I don't use any money, advertisement money. Okay, for my campaign. Okay, it just take time. Let it naturally, let humanology and my fame just naturally evolve in its natural environment. Okay, no artificial advertisement necessary. Okay, just yeah, huh? Yeah. Cheers. Okay, so we talked about that. Let's take 5 minutes break and we talk about Trump. Okay? Yeah. And Mrs. Commissioner. Okay. If I was too harsh yesterday, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm a jokester, prankster. Sometimes when I joke or when I criticize people, I can be pretty. I can be pretty over the top, to say the least. Okay, yeah. But it's a fair game. I'm a politician. Okay, so yeah, politicians they criticize other candidates. That's bread and butter of politics. Welcome to politics. Okay, so yeah, it's a dirty business. All right, and I can be pretty dirty. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes break, please. Thank you. But I apologize if I was too dirty yesterday and some other days too. Okay, I'm sorry. I behave. Okay. Mr. Trump, what a character. He has goods and bads like everybody else, and he has some substance, content. He's an entertaining figure. He got some smarts, okay. But he was one of my role models actually. Okay, I read his books like Auto Deal and Auto Coming Back. Those are good books and entertaining and very educational. Okay, he was one of my role models actually. Okay, and I think he had good intention when he ran for president in back in 2016. Okay, but I think later on he changed. I think he became too selfish. All right, and unwise. All right, and maybe he was part of his aging process. He made some wrong decisions, many more and more so as 4 years passed passed by. Maybe he was error in judgment. Maybe he was getting old. Okay, losing some of his mental capacity, perhaps. Okay, so I understand. And he did play some good positive role model when he was younger. But as president of the United States, he played some bad role model to many Americans and people in the world. Okay, he was too divisive, too hateful. All right, and that was not good role model material. For example, far right people, including Mr. former President Trump, they think that yeah, if Iran develop nuclear weapon, they will deploy nuclear weapon to Israel. Okay, do I agree with that opinion? No. Why? I think people who think that way are playing into Iran's game, political game. I think Iran is developing nuclear weapon for exact that purpose to incite fear. So I think the far right people who believe in that position that if Iran develop nuclear weapon, they will deploy nuclear missile to Israel. I think they are playing right into the game of Iranian politicians. Mm. So what do I think about Iran? I think they're smart people, and I don't think they're crazy people, and I don't think they are going to even if they develop nuclear weapon fully, I don't think they will deploy to Israel because I think they know better. I think they're smarter than that. Okay, because if they do deploy nuclear missile to Israel, then Iran will be trouble, and I think they know it. So I don't think they will ever use nuclear weapon. North Korea, I don't think they will ever use nuclear weapon either. They already developed many. North Korea, okay. I think they are using it as a bargaining chip, okay, to incite fear, to have some power, okay. Then what would I do as president of the United States if I do become president of the United States? I would not criticize North Korea or Iran about their nuclear program or their dictatorship. And I don't think Iran is that dictatorship either. Didn't they have some kind of democratic election this year? Something like that. Yeah. My foreign policy will be this if I become president of the United States, okay? No interference of foreign countries whatsoever. Although they develop nuclear weapon, even if they're like dictatorial, totalitarian regimes, no criticism, no nothing. I just focus on domestic policies. Zero foreign policies. That will be my foreign policy. There will be none. Okay. I'll focus on American products and sell to foreign countries, international trade. Yeah, they have my foreign policy. Okay. Yeah, international trade, diplomacy, appreciate their foreign cultures, appreciate their leaders, appreciate their political system, although it may not be democracy. Okay. Because democratic capitalist country like America, we have a lot of problems. I don't think we have right or merit to criticize other countries. I don't think so. Know thyself, right? Socrates. Oh, Mr. Jesus, okay, get rid of this big beam out of your eyes before you criticize this speckle darts in somebody else's eyes. Okay, that's what Jesus said. Okay, so yeah, I mean we have issues. America is not perfect. There are plenty of room to improve. I think Americans are great people, smart people, and I think America is a great country, but we have some room to improve. Okay, let's focus on that. Other countries' problem, yeah, let them take care of it. It's not our problem. Let's just do make peace and respect each other and do some international trade. That's it. Even that simple. Okay. So other countries they are in different stage in evolution of human societies. Okay, so we cannot force democracy, capitalism to all other countries because maybe they are not ready for it yet. Then different stage of evolution. All other countries. Okay, so, okay, that's that. So other than that, Trump, yeah, so many things to talk about. I think he's losing some audience from Republican Party. Okay, like Alabama, Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan, they're starting to distance themselves from this figure, Mr. Trump. Okay, yeah. hmm Because he's like pushing too hard. He still say, "Hey, I won the election, 2020." Okay, and Michigan, Wisconsin, they kind of inspected those votes. They didn't find any fraud. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, right? Yeah, lies, falsehood, they don't. Sometimes they do last very long time. Slavery, for example, is a bad practice that lasted 3 centuries. Europe, Africa, Americas, two North and South Americas, okay, for 300 years. Some bad ideologies have quite a longevity, okay. How about geocentrism? Like the universe revolves around the earth is proved to be wrong scientifically, mathematically, okay? But that geocentrism, that wrong theory, had lifespan of thousands and thousands, for tens of thousands of years. Okay, how about crimes? Criminalism, murder, or LGBT ideology, or tattoo piercings, marijuanaism, or criminalism in general. It is still living. Murder, theft, rape, those criminalism, actually it spans over the entire history of humanity. Why? Animal worlds, cannibalism, or same species killing each other. It has existed since animals appeared on planet Earth. So murderism, a species killing an individual, killing another individual in the same species, that's kind of generalized murder in human world and animal world. Okay, it goes as far back as the history of the animal kingdom, which is a lot longer than history of Homo sapiens, and it's still going on. It is still alive. So bad ideology, they can last very long time. Okay, so but post-Jansic pro-Trumpism, it seems to be showing the sign of beginning of the end. Okay, so yeah, well, too bad for Mrs. Commissioner because she just got endorsement from former President Trump. Okay, but she really pursued that venue. So not very smart. Again, not smart. Politics so interesting. Okay, I kind of feel sorry about her and her people. Okay, Mrs. Commissioner. Okay, not very smart. I kind of feel sorry. Okay, what a pity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean it. Okay, I'm just making fun of them. Okay, no, I do feel sorry. Okay, so, but they're trying. Senator Lisa McCoy, she isn't too bad. I mean, it's just that she's not an exceptional politician. She's decent, maybe better than half, more than average, maybe. Senator Lisa McCoskey, she's decent. She's like more than average, maybe. Okay, but she's not exceptional politician. I think I am. Okay, so yeah, that's why I'm running against her next year. Okay, Mrs. Commissioner, she's politically newbie, so it seems to me she does not know what she's doing. Okay, yeah. How about me? Well, I've been in politics longer than she has. She's been a bureaucrat. There's nothing wrong there. Okay, she's been governmental official, but that's not politics. Yeah, it's office politics. She worked for federal governmental agencies, state governmental agencies, but that's not politics. Okay, it's politics different. Okay, because in I used to work for federal state government in a very bottom level when I was a federal government agency employee. Yeah, yeah, junior enlisted U.S. Army soldier. When I was working for state of Alaska, I was a humble programmer, computer programmer. Okay, yeah, and junior junior programmer. Okay, so and but yeah, I do understand federal state governmental agencies how they work. Okay, yeah, it's cool. Yeah. But it's not the same as politics, though. In politics, it's just a different world. Okay. Yeah, there's some similarity. Yes, yes. Like office politics, right? Yeah. But in politics, it's about getting the votes, right? Yeah. And it's actually bigger and wider. As a legislator or president, basically you're dealing with everything: culture, policy, everything. All right. That's why politics is so interesting. Okay. If you're a politician, you have to know a little bit of everything, like economics, politics, culture, technology, science, religion, entertainment business. You have to know everything, a little bit of everything. Okay. I think I'm very, very qualified because I do know a little bit of everything. Why? Because I studied them. I have some experience with a little bit of everything. Right? Yeah. Let's take 5 minutes break, please. Okay. Okay. So we talked about Mr. Trump. Let me erase that. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. Okay. Other topics. So just crossing out one by one. Okay. Going down the list. Let me take care of that spider. They just love my house. There's those spiders, man. It's just not a spider. It's some kind of beetle. Yeah, it's some kind of beetle. Those insects, they just love my house. Yeah. So, uh, some far right extremists, okay, in the Republican Party, uh, they kind of have this negative role model of Mr. Trump, okay, very chauvinistic, nationalistic, like America first. Uh, I mean, America first, that's not a bad idea. I think this is the right attitude for a president, of course, okay. But too much emphasis of America, 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 USA, USA, USA. I understand the July 4th is coming. Well, happy birthday, America. I love America. But uh, this antagonism against foreign countries, that's part of Trumpian attitude, right? Hate China, hate Mexico, hate Iran, that, or even Democratic Party, hate Russia. What other foreign countries Democrats hate? I think it's a very bad attitude, okay, because they don't understand, okay. Foreign countries, people in foreign countries, 99% of any country people, they don't care about politics, okay. They are hardworking, law-abiding citizens of their countries, just like in America, okay. They cannot care less about politics, okay. But this Trumpian rhetoric, like hate Iran, okay, that makes America very unpopular among Iranian population, and that's a big mistake. Okay, if I'm the president, I would say I love Iran, I love North Korea, I appreciate their regimes, their people, culture, history. That's the first thing I would say about Iran, North Korea, China, Russia, because I truly love those countries. I love their history, culture, people, their people, everything. Okay, I appreciate foreign cultures. Okay, I think that's the right attitude to have as president of the United States or any country. Okay? Yeah, diplomacy. Right? So that's that. Now let's talk about Confederate flag. Okay, lately it was in the news. Okay, Confederate flag. Okay, southern states. We'll talk about Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri. Okay, back in the days, right? I thought about this issue in seminology, study of signs and symbols. Okay, yeah. Symbology, seminology. Okay, semiology, whatever, study of symbols, signs. Okay. So I thought about this because in humanology we study everything. Okay, so it's very interesting subject matter. I think it's important too. Okay, so uh, Confederate flag. Let's make some philosophical analysis, metaphysics. Okay, subject versus object. Okay, actor versus actor versus observer. Okay, performer versus observer. Okay, actor versus observer. Okay, if I display, well, let's say person A and B. Okay, because I don't display Confederate flag. Okay, but some people do. Okay. If person A display Confederate flag with the intention of honoring his parents, his ancestors, because maybe he's descendant of Confederate generals, okay? His intention hypothetically was to honor his ancestry. As a Christian, yeah, honor thy parents, honor thy roots, ancestors, okay? Yeah, maybe that was his intention. But some observer, let's say person B, okay? Some observer, person B, may interpret it different way, different from person A intended. Maybe person B may think person A is trying to offend Democrats. Person C may interpret person B's display of Confederate flag as a white supremacy, or person D may interpret person A's action of displaying Confederate flag as racism. Okay, so there's this mismatch between actor's intention and observer's interpretation. It could be misunderstanding, misinterpretation, some mismatch. Okay, because people have different opinions about Confederate flag. Okay, maybe person Alpha may display Confederate flag in his car, in his house, or in T-shirt, whatever, as a defiance to Democratic Party's dominance, like President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, or House of Congress, House of Representative being now Democratic majority. Maybe some people Alpha, person Alpha, display Confederate flag in defiance of democratic liberalism or in defiance to BLM. Hmm? Or some person G may use Confederate flag perhaps for white supremacism or racism. or anti other racism or whatever. So the point I'm trying to make is this, okay? Yeah, people can display, perform this action of displaying Confederate flag in public for many different purposes. Okay, but it can be interpreted because interpretation of that action, observation of that action, that's independent of the actor's intention because observer is different people from this actor. Okay, so what I'm saying is that people should be careful. Why? Because their action may be misinterpreted. Because interpretation is independent of intention of the action. Because everybody's different. Okay, they have different values. Huh? I oppose LGBT ideology. Okay, but it can be very easily misunderstood. People may say I'm transphobic, homophobic. People may interpret my academic papers that criticizing LGBT ideology. Okay, people may interpret as me being discriminatory and me hating LGBT ideology subscribers. They may think that way. Okay, but that was not my intention though. My intention was to point out some logical fallacy inherent in LGBT ideology. It was academic analysis to prove, logically, mathematical proof that LGBT ideology is an unsound, self-contradictory ideology. So it's not a good ideology to subscribe to. To me, it was a social service. Mm. Okay, Mr. Lee, you say you have balding spot, and I think you are doing pretty good job covering that up. Because I don't see any balding spot on your scalp. So I'm kind of wondering if you're so good at covering up your balding spot, what else are you so good at covering up? Other than your head, your hair falling off, you becoming bald man. Other than that, what kind of wrongdoings are you doing? And and you're covering up that too, right? Because I kind of observed that you're very good at covering things up, like your balding spot. So what else are you doing wrong, and what else are you covering up, Mr. U.S. Senate candidate from Alaska, Mr. Lee? Hmm? Would you give me 5 minutes, please? Then I answer your question. Yeah, yeah. I give you 5 minutes. Okay, sin code. Yeah, I'm acting. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we just start acting without warning. Okay, so without saying this magic word action to transform from reality to fictional world. Yeah, we just sometimes we just do it, right? Yeah. Welcome to humanology. Anything goes. Okay. Yeah, we love theatrics acting. Okay. We take 5 minutes break, please. Okay, and then we continue this short story. Okay. Title: the biggest cover of the century. Okay, the biggest cover of the century. Title of this short film. Okay, movie, theatrical production, play, acting. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about just a little bit before we resume the acting business. Okay, let's talk a little bit about BLM, Black Lives Matter. Okay, yeah, I do appreciate BLM movement because they did do a lot of property damage. Okay, taking down the Confederate General statues, which I don't think was necessary at all. Okay, and yeah, the demolition, the vandalism of all those private business establishments, I don't think was necessary at all. But BLM, they didn't use guns, they didn't kill people. It was not peaceful, but they didn't really kill people with guns. BLM protesters, okay, activists, all right. Unlike some other Republican Party based uh, protests where actually people died, okay, like Charlottesville, Virginia, okay, or January 6th, okay. They didn't use quite guns. I'm glad they didn't. The Republicans, okay, but people did die, okay, and some other protests, some counter protests to BLM. Yeah, some people like Mr. Rittenhouse, he did use gun and he did kill people. Okay, so and but BLM activists, they were not peaceful, but they didn't kill people. Mostly they didn't. Okay, but some Republican extremists, right, far right extremists, they did kill people. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out, just to be fair. Okay, and because Republicans they're pro guns. Okay, so yeah, sometimes far right extremists, Republicans like sometimes they do kill people with guns. Okay, to be fair, because I'm independent, I'm not a Republican nor Democrat. Okay, to be fair, yeah, I want to point out that difference. Okay. But BLM protest, yeah, they point. pointed out important problem. Uh, my solution, if I was the president of the United States, yeah, fund research and development of non-lethal weapons. Okay, some like electric, just enhance what we have. Okay, electric taser, just make it better. Okay, and non-lethal weapon, make it electric shock. Painful maybe. Okay, electric shock, even if it's far away, right? Paintball style kind of electric gun. All right, no strings, no wires attached. Okay, just paintball style electric shocking gun. Yeah, research and development of those things. Okay, or like back in the day, DDT spray, right? Yeah, they kind of non-lethal uh, weapons for police officers. Okay, some funding, federal funding for research and development. Okay, as opposed to research and funding taxpayers' money going to UFO research or black hole research. There's no such a thing as UFO. There's no such a thing as black hole. Okay. Yes, this shenanigan Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Okay, he started talking about UFO. Right. I call that frivolous. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Incompetent. All right. Okay. Let's continue with acting. Okay. So. Oh yeah. Let's talk some more about Confederate people. Yeah, to some descendants of Confederate generals, soldiers, Southerners. Okay, they had some interview and I read about it, and they said some of them said, "Yeah, I'm descendant of Confederate soldiers, but I admit that the Civil War it came to the right result. Yeah, the South lost. Basically, they are saying, yeah, it was the right result. The abolition of slavery. They agreed. Okay, but they still like Confederate flag because, in their opinion, it's not a symbol of hatred or slavery or anti-black or racism or white supremacism. It's they when they see Confederate flag, it's about honoring their ancestors. Okay, so that's their intention. All right. So again, I want to emphasize that point. Okay, intention of an actor is independent from interpretation of observers. Okay, so that's what I have to say. Okay, let's erase that list item to talk about. Okay, so okay, now action. Okay, I'll answer your question, ma'am. So yeah, I'm covering on my pot belly. I mean, I was having lunch. I went to a store and I bought fried gizzards, chicken gizzards. Okay, it sold out, so I had to wait for 10 minutes. It was worth the wait. Fried chicken gizzards. Okay, it was good. So yeah, I have pot belly. Okay, I have belly fat this thick, like it's like what, 2 inches, 3 inches. I have that. If I don't suck in my belly, it is a pot belly. So am I covering up? Yes, by sucking it in. Maybe I'm doing a pretty decent job there too. What else? Maybe humanology. I talk about things, unpopular things, right? But I get away with it every time. Why? Because I'm being civil. Okay, I'm enlightened. I am courteous, polite about it, and I don't use any swear words. Back in the days, I used to. Okay, so nowadays I don't use like four-letter words, obscenity, that kind of profanity. I don't do that. So and also in this human rights series, very informal. I go take cigarette break. There's no commercial advertisement, so it's not commercial break. It's just cigarette break, and it's very informal. Okay, in the beginning of the show, yeah, humanity series, yeah, I do exercise and like very slow start, right? I go grab glass of plastic cup of water and open the window and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I guess maybe some people see me being very disrespectful. I'm sorry if I gave you that impression, okay? But uh, so why do I am I being so informal? Because I have a full-time job, okay? This I do as a hobby, more relaxed, okay? Yeah, talk about what I ate last night, whether I went to gym or not during the lunch break. Mundane, everyday stuff, okay? Because I do this as a hobby. It's part of my political campaign too, okay? But I'm relaxed at home after work, 40 hours a week, okay? Yeah, I'm relaxed. Okay? So it's not like intentional cover or anything, but it has that good effect of, uh, making this human series less popular. And in a way, it's good. Why? Because I don't get into any trouble. Although I fully exercise my freedom of speech right by criticizing some mainstream ideologies. Huh? Yeah. So, ma'am, did I answer your question? What else? I mean, yeah, I'm covering up my body. I'm not that muscular or anything. Okay, like clothing, and if I don't wash Monday through Friday morning, I start to smell bad. So I wash myself. I take a bath. Okay? But I don't use any perfume or aftershave or cologne. I don't use that stuff. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Okay, cologne, whatever. Okay, I don't do that stuff. Okay, so there's no cover up there. I wash myself Monday through Friday morning. All right. So otherwise, I start to smell really bad. Why? Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe my skin flesh is starting to rotten, decay because I'm getting old. So I have to wash, okay, whatever the case, all right? I mean, bacteria, fungus, yeah, accumulation of this sweat, oil, dead skin, yeah, that start to decompose. Yeah, the whatever, putrefaction, they kind of, yeah, whatever, okay? Yeah. Yeah, and I cover my body with clothing like everybody does, okay? Because I'm not that muscular, okay? Okay? Is that it? I mean, of course, I go to bathroom. I do drop the dudes. Yeah, feces, defecation, urination. I take care of in the bathroom. Okay. Back in the days, I used to do that outside. Then I mean, not defecation part, but urination at night. I used to urinate outside, but I realized it's a bad practice because it start to smell bad. So I stopped doing that. So I use my bathroom. Okay. But I don't talk about it. Why? I mean, would you characterize that as a cover up? As a US Senate candidate from Alaska, year 2022, if I don't talk about what I do in my bathroom, restroom, men's room, defecation and urination, would you characterize that as a cover up? Give me a break, please. But I am an exceptional candidate, so I'm telling you all that stuff. Because I'm an exceptional politician. So I talk about bathroom activities. Okay, cut. Okay, sin. Yeah. So that's that. Alright, so yeah, I'm sorry I'm kind of low energy because I went to gym when I was having lunch. Okay, so I mean during my lunch break, 1 hour lunch break. How much time did I spend in the gym? I did two things: pull-ups and sit-ups. I think it took about 10 minutes. You know, and another 10 minutes I ran right outside the gym. Outside the gym in Alaska, there's some construction area. Okay, so yeah, I ran there. Okay. For how long? Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, just running. And then I bought some chicken gizzards, and I had some. How many? 10 chicken gizzards, fried chicken gizzards. It was good, chewy. Oh, I love that stuff. What's in the dinner menu? I also purchased some like, fried dumplings and like Asian style. Okay, and also five chicken fried chicken livers. So that's in the dinner menu. Okay, so yeah, and to me it's a great joy because I do those fried stuff like chicken gizzards or fried chicken livers. I eat those fried stuff like twice a year, less than once a quarter. Okay, so when I have them, it's like oh, taste of heaven, nirvana, kingdom come. Okay, it's like heaven on earth. Okay, it tastes so good. How about pizza? How many times do I eat pizza? Less than once a year. But when I have that, kingdom come. Okay, heaven on earth, nirvana. Okay, yeah. How about donuts? Every other year. When I eat donuts, kingdom come, heaven on earth, hallelujah, nirvana. Okay, I love those stuff, but because I'm 43, I have to watch what I eat. But when I do it, like once a year, twice a year, whatever, it's great. Yeah, I do need that, like once a year. Yeah, I love American food. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes break, please. Thank you. I do. Yeah. At least I'm not covering up that part. Okay, so at least I'm not covering up that part. Okay, thank you. 5 minutes, please. Okay. So maybe we can do some acting too, okay? I mean, continue different theme. How about like Mr. Lee's campaign as a title of this theatrical production? One man show, okay. Okay, action. Mr. Lee, do you want people to campaign for you when you don't even pay us? We're not gonna campaign for you. Spread of words, viral video, whatever. It's not gonna happen, okay? Because you don't have any real content. You don't have any idea. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea, okay? And you talk about all these popular mainstream ideologies of today. You offend us, okay? That's why your campaign is going nowhere. Okay? Oh yeah, hey, thank you for constructive criticism. But the thing is this, okay, in my spare time I watch this flying car, all right, in Slovakia, okay. The company's name, something like Stein Vision or something. I don't remember. It's kind of new company. It's not like household name company like General Electric or BMW, but the gentleman inventor of that car, flying car, is four-wheeled real actually car that actually looked like a car. I think that's the biggest improvement there because yeah, back in the days they were flying cars, but they look like more like airplane. They're too big, bulky. But finally, just right size and right design, it actually looks like a car, and it is a car, four wheel, not three wheel, like some airplanes. Okay, so I think that is a huge improvement. Okay, because people are not scared of this. It's more familiar design of a car. Okay, I think it's a great improvement. Slovakia scientist. Also Chinese, what is the Yihang, the Chinese company. Yeah, the two passenger drone with 16 propellers. 16 propellers. Yeah, Chinese company. Yihang. Impressive. Yeah, yeah. But that Chinese drone, I think it's too light maybe. So it may not work very well in the rainy and windy storm situation. I don't think it will be safe. Okay. But the Slovakian flying car, yeah, is fixed wing. It's not vertical uplift or landing. It needs gangway, runway, airport. But still, hey, if you have that flying car, yeah, just drive to the airport, no problem. It's just like airplane, okay. So. And another company, the TFX, something like Tariff, Tariff, Tariff something. I do not remember that company's name. It's kind of new company, okay. Chinese owned company located in Massachusetts, America. Okay. Because I was so impressed. I have feel this urge to spread the words and talk about it right here. Although they never paid me. Okay. Because they have good content, substance. Okay. That's ideologon. Ideology unit, ideologo. Okay. Yeah, words of mouth. If they have content and people see it, although they are not being paid by those companies, we talk about it because we are impressed. And it's too much to contain within ourselves. Okay? So maybe my campaign it has not reached that point yet. But hey, I don't have to be elected next year or next year. No. It's a long term strategy. As a politician, every year I'm gaining more experience, more knowledge. I'm studying history. Okay. So maybe one day, maybe 10 years, 20 years later, maybe my political ideas, policy suggestions, proposals will have real good content and substance. Maybe people when they hear it, maybe they feel the urge to share it with other people. for free. Okay, that day might come. So yeah, that's my answer to your question. Cans or can man? Okay, yeah. Sin cut. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, there's no hurry, no rush. Okay, world will not end tomorrow. Okay, most likely not. So I just take time. Okay, as a politician. Yeah. In the meanwhile, I enjoy my life. Okay, I keep learning, right? Thinking. Yeah. Sharing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I ate this 10 fried chicken gizzards in the lunchtime. Okay, I'm still full because those fried chicken gizzards it has fat. Okay, fat has twice as much energy as protein or alcohol or carb. In Alaska Native, they have this uh, seal fat ice cream. It's not sugary. It's just pure fat blubber from seals, and it served them very well during the harsh, cold Alaskan winter because it has as much calorie as anything else. Okay, yeah, fat. So I'm not hungry at all. Okay, so I'm still digesting actually because I eat fat very rarely. I don't digest fat very well. Okay. What else? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, there's some other items in the list of things to talk about. Okay. I maybe we can talk about that tomorrow. Okay, because I kind of feel sleepy. But night is young, especially in Alaska. What time is it now in Alaska? It's still very shiny, right? Because it's summer. Alaskan summer is like this. Okay, long days. It's like 8 o'clock p.m. Right, but Alaskan 8 o'clock in June is like broad daylight out there. Okay, so that's typical Alaskan summer. Night is still young, huh? I'm kind of hesitating to talk about this topic. Okay, because it's such a difficult topic to talk about. But I think I should. Okay, because I think I should. Alright. I mean, as a private academic and secular scholar, yeah, we study math. I study mathematics, metaphysics, philosophy, but I also make some commentary about contemporary topics, events. I think that's a duty as a scholar, academic, okay, to apply generic knowledge to these specific instances. Okay. Yeah, I think it's my moral and ethical duty. All right. So yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay. After 5 minutes. Okay. I grab my beer. Okay, because beer really help digestion, and I'm struggling to digest this fried chicken gizzards that I had. my lunchtime. I had late lunch. Okay, what time? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because we are busy. Okay, so okay, 5 minutes, please. All right. So, some recent news article that I read, okay, it's about Confederate flag. Some private organizations, consist of descendants of Confederate soldiers down in South in America, southern states, okay. And then the article talked about 2000, I think it was 2015, okay, mass murder committed by one Mr. Dylan Roof, 21-year-old handsome Caucasian gentleman, okay. Maybe not gentle at all, but out of respect, I'll just call him, refer to him as gentleman, okay. So I read his Wikipedia biography, alright. I don't have Wikipedia biography, okay. There's no Wikipedia article about me, okay. But Mr. People like that, mass murderers, they always get this Wikipedia article about them, okay. I'm like, don't you think it's something somewhat wrong? We are the stars, you and me, okay? We are hardworking, law-abiding citizens, okay? Moral, ethical. We don't commit crimes like that. So we don't get any news headlines. But people like serial murderers, mass shooters, mass murderers, they get this news coverage, they get remembered. They have their own Wikipedia article about them, their biography. I'm like, that's not fair. What did they do to deserve that kind of fame and glory? Duh. Oh, maybe we need to learn about their biographies, those mass murderers, in order to prevent those problems. Okay, then it has some purpose there. Crime prevention, sure. Case study. Yeah, we want to prevent crimes like that. So this one Mr. Dylan Roof, he grew up as a kind of like he had parents, but their parents divorced. Okay, and moving to different places. Let me close that window. So he grew up in a very unstable family. Yeah, his parents divorced, moving here and there, and he dropped out of school and he started using drugs. Okay, and after he became young adult, like after 18 years old, he didn't get any job. Okay, just but the fact that he was born into a very unstable family, like divorce and whatnot, that was not his fault. Okay, he just happened to be born in that kind of familiar environment. Then is it their parents' fault? I don't think so, because they didn't. I guess they didn't know how to. They did not learn how to form a stable family, how to sustain a family, how to be a good parent. Schools they don't teach that. Maybe they should start to. Okay. Yeah, how to meet a good mate, how to date properly, how to interact with opposite genders, how to marry, how to educate their children, how to have a stable family. Maybe the high school, middle school should start teaching that stuff. Okay. Yeah, but they don't. So they don't learn. Those parents of Mr. Dylan Roof. So he didn't go to school. He didn't have a job. All right. Then he's very vulnerable in the individual. Okay. He did not learn properly. How about his parents? Well, they did not learn how to teach their children either. Okay, so we cannot blame them either, him or his parents. Okay, nobody taught them. Mm. That's the this problem reality of uneven distribution of metaphysical resources. Okay, physical resources like gold, copper, oil and gas on planet Earth is uneven distribution. Okay, Saudi Arabia, Alaska, we have a lot of oil and gas. Other countries they don't. Uneven distribution of physical resources. Metaphysical resources like ethics, morality, discipline, they are unevenly distributed too. Okay? One of the main premises, assumptions in humanology, this brand of humanology is this, okay? Physical universe mirrors metaphysical universe and vice versa. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like one-to-one correspondence almost. Okay. Yeah, metaphysical assets like wisdom, knowledge, discipline, ethics, morality, they are unevenly distributed over human space. Just like gold, oil and gas, silver is unevenly distributed over physical space on planet Earth. Okay? Yeah, it's same. Okay. So some people get the benefit of this ancestral lineage of discipline, knowledge, education, plus even money. But money is that's not metaphysical asset. We are talking about metaphysical resources like ethics, morality, discipline, okay, virtue, knowledge, education, that kind of stuff. Okay. Well, not everybody have that kind of ancestral inheritance of metaphysical assets, but some of us do. Okay. So we locked out. That's why we didn't become like mass murderers because we had good parents, good grandparents. Okay. We don't deserve credit for that. Why? We didn't choose our parents. It's not like we worked in our previous life. We worked so hard. We earned this birthright to be born into these good parents. I don't think so. Okay. We're just lucky to have to be born into good family, stable. Okay. Others did not have that kind of luck like the rest of we did, and they become mass murderers. Okay. That's one way to look at it. Okay. So I agree with Mr. Jesus. Okay, Mr. Jesus, he's against death penalty. Okay, and I agree. Okay, I don't believe in death penalty. Mr. Dylan Roof, he's in death row. Yeah, he got death penalty and he's waiting for his execution. Okay. He's a Caucasian man. He was Caucasian man. I think it was 2015. Okay. Caucasian man of 21 years old. And he bought a handgun and he murdered something like American, 9 African Americans in a church. Okay. Why? Because he was exposed to some white supremacist ideology. Okay. That ideology poisoned his and clouded his judgment and poisoned his mind. It's ideological possession. Okay. Maybe he wanted to end his life. Okay, because he was not educated to have some sense of purpose in life, like working, studying, having a good family. He was not educated in that department. Okay. Me? Well, I may never achieve the purpose of becoming elected official. Maybe in my lifetime or even posthumously, maybe I might in my lifetime and also posthumously, maybe I might fail to achieve the goal of bettering humanity just a little bit. Maybe I will fail in that venue. I'm okay with that. Why? So I know how to be happy legally and morally. Yeah, I do diet, exercise, right? Regular basis. Sometimes when I do exercise, I have to push myself. Like sometimes I don't quite want to go to the gym. Okay. But I force myself to go to the gym and do weightlifting or calisthenics. Okay. Sometimes I don't want quite go to park to run. But many times I do want to go to park to run or go to the gym. But sometimes I do so involuntarily. I force myself to do so. Why? To me, it's the life and death. I need to exercise to cleanse out all this accumulation in my body, some fat, waste. I have to exercise to cleanse out, to wash out inside of my body. Okay. Diet, yeah, vegetables, fruits, nuts, lean meat, and grains. To me, it's a life and death. And I came to enjoy doing that. Okay. Yeah, fat-free milk, juice, fruits. Sometimes I force myself to eat fruits because I don't always want to eat fruits. Okay, or vegetables. But it's to me, it's a life and death. Okay. So yeah, I'm healthy. Yeah, I drink alcohol. I smoke cigarettes. Okay. Yeah. So what? Okay. I'm a very healthy person. Okay. Yeah. And in the morning, sometimes I don't really wake up. I enjoy morning sleep, okay, but I force myself to wake up and take a bath and go to work. And then I come back home from work. Then now I can enjoy drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, come here and do humanology series or Saturday Night with Hunky Lee, whatever, right? Yeah, I know how to be happy, okay? Yeah, I study history, okay? Last year, yeah, I studied like mathematics, physics, whatever, more like science, okay. But this year I've been studying mostly history. Okay. Yeah, I enjoy that stuff. And I study foreign languages, Russian. Okay. When I drive my car, play the city. Okay. Yeah. Hmm? I know how to be happy. It's minor processing. Work and play. Work and rest. Yeah. 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 You're singing, sometimes singing, dancing, martial arting. Okay. I know how to be happy. Okay. Sometimes I'm socializing. Yeah, going to clubs, bars, restaurants. Yeah. Or at work. Yeah. Chatting with my colleagues who are also my friends. Mhm. Because I learned how to be happy. Okay. Morally and legally happy. But not everybody learned how to do so. Okay. So, and that's why I'm running for US Senate, later on, US President. I was maybe later on congressman or governor. Okay. Yeah, from Alaska. Because I feel the need, moral and ethical duty to share what I learned with other people so that there will be no more crimes. It's about education, happiness, how to be happy, okay? Legally and morally. Because I learned, I'm blessed. I want to share my blessings with other people, okay? Even if I never become governor or congressman or senator from Alaska, okay? Well, I'll be doing this, Human Rights Series, Friday Night Live with Hunkley, and write to local newspapers or call to local radio talk shows, okay, to share what I have learned. I do my very best. Well, after election, okay, I start hunker down and start writing academic papers and publish the online databases. Right? Yeah, I do my best, and it gives me sense of purpose. Although I may never succeed in that venue, but it keeps me living and running, and it does make me happy, and it does motivate me to wake up and live another day. Okay, so yeah, so that's my story. Okay, we take 5 minutes break, please. Okay. Uh, so we talked about that. Okay, it's kind of big topic. It's very very difficult topic to talk about. And yeah, we'll talk some more about this the crime. Okay, and what was the reaction, aftermath. We'll talk about that. Okay, so, because I think it's important to talk about this. Okay, so all right, thank you. Let's take 5 minutes break, please. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we want to solve problems, right? And then yeah, we have to study problems, like reading about those events, incidents. Yeah, so Wikipedia, they're doing a good job. Okay, so yeah, we need to study problems, to solve those problems. Okay, good. All right. Let's take 5 minutes break, please. Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Dylan Roof, okay, he was young, 21 years old, okay, so he was exposed to some white supremacism, okay, so I read his biography in Wikipedia, okay, so he talked about like black on white crimes, and he resented the fact that liberalistic media outlets only report white on black crimes. Okay, so he resented that. Uh, just like back in 2015. Okay, so and so during year 2020 BLM. Okay, blacks picking on whites and whites. So there's some racial animosity between blacks and whites back in 2020 last year. Yes, under President Trump's administration. Okay, Mr. Trump, he just had no idea how to stop all this racial tension. Again, he failed. All right, he was not a very competent president. All right, he just didn't know how to deal with it. Do I? Yeah, of course I do. So how would I have dealt with it? Yeah, guys, please stop hating. Okay, blacks, whites, yeah, love each other, love one another. Okay, I appreciate both blacks and whites. Okay, so the history. Okay, uh, yeah, it's just a differential piconism. Okay, yeah, in Korea, nobody picks on race because they are all Koreans. Okay, but they still pick on each other based on some differences like age difference, gender difference, height difference, weight difference. They do pick on each other in Korea. Okay, do they pick on differences of religions? Not really. Okay, yeah, there's some Buddhists, Christians in South Korea, but they don't really pick on each other's religious differences. Okay. In America, not too often, right? Yes, people pick on each other based on differences. Okay. Yeah. In America, we happen to have a lot of different races. Okay. Yes, but guys, please stop. Okay. Learn to be happy. Be a producer of happiness, not consumer of happiness. Okay. Produce your own happiness. Okay. Just play video games. Learn some card games, board games, or exercise, diet, martial art, dancing, whatever. Okay. Then you can still be happy without picking on somebody else. Okay, so picking on somebody that's like still theft of happiness. Okay. Anyways, so he murdered about like nine Christian African Americans in a church when they were doing some Bible study. Okay. He said, I mean, he hesitated to do so because to that traditionally African American church. Was it South Carolina or North Carolina? Something like that. Okay. Yeah, they were very nice to him. Okay, so obviously he was crazy. Okay, he was suffering from some kind of demonic possession. All right, to murder people that who were nice to them. Okay, that's like satanic possession. He was possessed by the devil. Okay, bad ideology. All right, yeah. And but after the act, when he was in trial, the surviving family members of those nine victims, African Americans, they came to him and they said, "Yeah, I forgive you. I pray for you." They said that. Okay, so yeah, very powerful people, right? African American Christians. Okay, very powerful people. Okay, God bless them. All right, yeah, because they are true Christians, practicing true Christians who learned how to forgive. They are the real Christians. Okay. Also, yeah, in America, there's this Amish community. Okay, there was back in the days. Okay, I don't know, maybe 1980s, maybe. Okay, some mass shooters mass murdered some Amish people. Okay, Amish people, they are white people. Okay, the who was the murderer's race? I do not remember. I don't. Okay, but they came to the funeral of that person. Maybe he committed suicide after committing this mass murder on Amish people. Okay. And they came to the funeral of this mass murderer to show their forgiveness. The surviving family members of the victims. Okay. Yeah, so those Amish people, true practicing Christians who learned how to forgive. Okay. Yeah. So both blacks and whites in America, they're good people. Okay. Yeah. 99% of people, Americans, 99% of the time, they're admirable people. Very strong people. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. And it's not just America either. Anywhere in the world. 99% of the world population, anywhere in the world, 99% of the time, they're just like Americans. They're hardworking, law-abiding citizens of their countries. They're very good, strong people, and very smart too. Okay, I know this because I traveled. Okay, and even before I traveled, my Korean aunt, my some of my father's sisters or my mother's sisters, they'll tell me, okay, yeah, you're young. I was teenager, like 18 years old. Okay, you think other country people are there any different from South Koreans? No, they are not. They're exactly the same. I did not know. It took me decades to realize that. Yeah, people are the same. Okay, anywhere in the world. Okay, but I had to see it, so I did travel, and then I realized my aunts they were right. I didn't know. I was teenager. Okay, but I did travel. Okay, and then I realized yeah, my aunts were right. People are the same everywhere. Okay, yeah, the exact same, just different languages, but they're the same. Okay. Mhm. I didn't know. Now I know. Okay, so there's some benefit of traveling. Okay, yeah. Yeah, physical traveling, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Did I turn my heat off? Kind of get chilly. Yes, I did, but it's kind of warm inside. What else? Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I just burped. Excuse me. What else? There's some lighter topic, okay? It was heavy, right? Yeah. We'll take 5 minutes break, please. Okay. So, and we talk about something lighter, okay? It's just too heavy. But we had to talk about it, okay? So, because it's important. Yeah. Okay. Let's take 5 minutes break, please. Thank you. Okay, some lighter topic. How about July 4th? Yeah, this Sunday is July 4th, so instead of holiday, so I get Monday off because July 4th is a Sunday, right? Yeah, long day, long weekend. So July 4th parade, yeah, in Wasilla, Alaska, where I live, I live technically out just outside of the border of Wasilla City. Okay, so this is an unincorporated town in Matsu Valley, Matsu Borough. Okay, so kind of quasi-rural, plenty of trees, moose, right? And so this Sunday, I go out there in the morning, like 10 o'clock, I think, in the parade, marching all by myself. Other paraders, sometimes they ride horses or their cars, but I'm gonna just walk down the street. But weather forecast says it's gonna rain that day. No problem. I have rain gear, poncho, umbrella, okay, in my car, so no problem. They say, yeah, the parade will happen, rain or shine. Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Mhm. So this campaign sign is a wearable sign, but it'll be on my back. So for people to see what this campaign sign says, they will have to look at me after I pass them on my back. Okay. So how many people will actually look at me when I already pass them by? Maybe people are kind of generous, kind of curious what this guy's campaign sign is saying. What does it say? Yeah, running for U.S. Senate. Year 2022 as an independent Alaskan. Vote for me, thank you. Smiley, this emoticon. Okay. Did I spell my name out? I think so. Yeah, vote for Hong Kelly. Thank you. I think so. Let me take a peep at it. I think I spelled my name there. Okay. I think so. Yes, I did. Okay. Because I'm kind of shy about saying my name. Why? I love my name. It's just that I don't want to sound egotistical. Okay. So that's why. Okay. But my kind and generous voters, they told me, okay, you handed me out this campaign card. Where's your name, man? I was like, oops. Okay, I spell out my name next time. And I did. Okay. I'm kind of dumb this way. Okay. Maybe too humble to a fault. But my voters corrected me. Okay. I listened. What else? Last year, when I was running for Alaska State Senate, actually, year before that, yeah, I think it was like 2019. Okay, I was running for president. Okay, so yeah, big presidential campaign sign. That's truly homemade. Okay, yeah, just printing out home printer. Okay, just one page. Okay, letter by letter, sometimes two letters. Okay, I showed you like a couple of years ago. Okay, yeah. Do you want to see it? Sure, I show you. Okay, okay. In case you're new here. Okay, so I made two of them. Okay. That's totally homemade, okay? But the the U.S. senatorial campaign sign, I had it professionally printed in a signage shop, okay, local, and they did a fantastic job, and they educated me about carpentry, okay, this campaign sign frame, right, back frame, yeah. But Yeah, these two presidential campaign signs that I used like 2 years ago, 2019, I think. It is truly homemade. Okay, so yeah, based on American flag. All right, Vision 2020. Right? Unify left and right, reduce crimes to zero, elect Honky Lee for president in 2020. Okay, and the second sign is it says the same thing. All right. Yeah. This one is some kind of error, but it kind of looks cool, so I just yeah, it's page by page. What 8.5 inches, but by 11 inches. Home printer, photo paper. Yeah, in my home. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of like it's kind of pretty, right? Yeah, it's designed after American flag. Okay, so that's that. Okay, yeah. Most likely I'll reuse it. Just print out one part. It's not like 2 years, 3 years from now, year 2024. Yeah, I'll just recycle that. Just need to print out two more pages. Okay, instead of 2020, it will be 2024. Okay, and 2028, and so on. Okay, yeah, no problem. How about the senatorial campaign sign? I recycle that too. Okay, because in Alaska, I mean, in America, senatorial tenure is like 6 years, right? So it kind of jagged, right? So every 2 or 4 years, yeah, there'll be senatorial election, U.S. senatorial election in Alaska. Okay, so yeah, so every 2 years, every 4 years, yeah, I just print out that one page, changing the year by year, right? Yeah, no problem. Yes. Next senatorial election, when will it be? Next year, 2022, right? After that, maybe 2024. Well, 2024, I run for president. Right? Maybe 2026. Yeah, maybe. Every other year, yeah, I run for something. Okay. U.S. Senate, U.S. Congressman, or Alaska governor, or U.S. president. Okay. I run for something. Okay. How about like more state level, local level? I doubt it. Right? Yeah. Why? Because it's just not big enough for me. I'm sorry. I appreciate local politicians, state politicians. Many of them are my friends. Okay, they're great politicians. Okay, most of them. Okay, most of them. Maybe all of them. Okay, whatever. But they're fantastic. They're smart, diligent. Okay, their passion for betterment of Alaskan community. I appreciate that. Okay, and successful businessmen, educators. They're great. Yeah. But because I'm an ambitious man, okay, I think the only elections, public offices that I will pursue, it would be U.S. Senate, U.S. Congress, representative, or Alaska governor. Okay, I don't think I will run anything other than those three positions in the future. Why? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of ambitious guy, and I'm kind of adrenaline junkie. So any other positions, it's just not exciting enough for me. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry for politically incorrection, being politically incorrect, but uh, I'm just an ambitious man. Okay, so okay, yeah, I'm just being honest. Okay, but I really appreciate local, state level politicians. They're fantastic. I appreciate what they do. Maybe I'll never get elected. I'm okay with that too. I just want to have some fun. Okay, okay. We'll take 5 minutes break, please. We only have 15 minutes left. Okay. Yeah, we take 5 minutes break, please. Okay. Yeah. Then we make the best use of last 10 minutes for tonight. Okay. Thank you. I'm kind of starting to get hungry. Yeah, beer. Yeah, it really helps digestion. Huh? Yeah. Carbonated drinks. Good. All right. So, uh, flying cars, drones. Well, Intel, American company in California, right? Northern California, Intel. Yeah, they developed this amazing kind of like software-based drone system, like hundreds of drone flying up all together and light up the night sky. Which was they tried to do that in Seoul, is some South Korean Winter Olympics game, but some logistical error. Yeah, they couldn't do it, but they tried. Okay, and the demo video, it was beautiful. Okay, so this coordinated changing lights in the night sky. It was beautiful. Okay, so yeah, drone technology. I think that's they be bigger and bigger. Okay, yeah, all this drone technology, transportation, shipment, or some surveillance in the military, or firefighters, police officers. Okay, yeah, drone technology. I think this is very big future. Great application all over the industrial areas. Yeah, drone technology. Okay, but one thing that drones are weak to, the weakest point is the wind. The drones are very light. When there's some storm, winds, rains, drones they don't do very well in that kind of weather. Is that fair to say? Yeah, they develop some drones, invent some drones that's waterproof when it comes to wind. Yeah, yeah. because drones are very light. Okay, when wind blows, there's strong winds, gusts, tornadoes. Drones most likely will not do very well because they're too light. Okay, so being light is drone's strength, but at the same time, it's its weakness too. Okay, yeah, like mosquitoes, right? If it's very windy outside, there are no mosquitoes. Okay, they hunker down, they hide. But mosquitoes, they are light. It's their strength and weakness at the same time. Mosquitoes, it's lightness because mosquitoes are so light when they land on the human skin, we don't feel a thing, right? But because of their light, when wind blows, windy day, they cannot fly because they will be blown away by the wind. Okay, so, yeah. Okay. What else? Well, I think my tummy is getting ready for another round of this fried food, the fried liver, chicken liver. Okay, I love that stuff. Okay, so that's in the dinner menu. What would I be watching on maybe YouTube or DVD? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay. It's like almost 9 o'clock. Okay, it's about time to have dinner and watch some video, and after that, go to bed. Yeah, around that part of time. Yeah. What else? We have 7 minutes left. Okay. Uh, I love America, okay? That's why I live in America, okay? But sometimes I make jokes about America, okay? Why? I see America as my friend, okay? Between friends, make jokes, right? In social website, I cracked a joke about July 4th, okay? I was like, Happy July 4th, everybody! Yeah, all you Americans. And the wink. Some of my friends appreciate that joke, okay? And I had also this big cast of picture of myself being an Asian, okay? In that social media posting, okay? It's kind of timely joke. Why? Because not all Americans, but like 1% of Americans, like criminals, okay, bullies, anti-Asian racism, okay. So I was, yeah, they may accuse Asians like me of not being American enough. Some say, yeah, we Asian Americans, we should go back to Asia. Okay, so that's like 0.1% of Americans. Okay, yeah, criminals, bullies. Okay, anti-Asian racists. Okay, so I was poking some fun of that. It's kind of timely joke. Okay, yeah, I'm Asian, so 0.1% of Americans. You don't think I'm American, right? But yeah, happy July 4th, you Americans. Okay, maybe not. I'm not American. Maybe I'm just Asian. So you Americans, yeah, happy July 4th. That was a joke. So some of my friends, I think they had a good laugh. Okay, so kind of counter joke, counter anti-Asian racism, that kind of anti-Asian joke. Okay, that was the story. Okay, so I thought about deleting that post because it could be too offensive. Okay, so I revisited their social media. Okay, and but some kind and generous friends of mine basically expressed that it was a fun joke. So I decided not to delete it. Okay, so, yeah. Americans are nice. Yeah, 99.99% of Americans, they're very nice people. Okay, and strong and smart too. And yeah, they're beautiful. Okay. I love this country, and that's why I live in this country, America. Okay, so yeah, happy birthday, America. Okay, yeah, American flag is beautiful flag. I showed you it just campaign sign modeled after American flag. Yeah, it's beautiful flag. Okay, yeah, yeah. Let's say what needs to be said. Okay, so, yeah. What else? We have 4 minutes left. Yeah, so this Friday, yeah, Friday Night Live with Honky Lee. Okay, yeah, it was just most likely just by myself. Okay, yeah. I think it kind of because I started to expressly say in the advertisement of FN and WHL, yeah, this episode will be recorded and published on YouTube, and also it will be broadcast live in Facebook. Okay, yeah, I guess people don't like that kind of publicity. Why? Most people are private individuals. Okay, they cherish their privacy. Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, yeah. But there's one episode where FN and WHO where actually they are participants. Okay. Episode 4. Okay. Why? I guess because I forgot to say this episode will be broadcast and recorded. Why did I forget to say that? Because there was Zoom bombers at the beginning of the episode 4. So I did not have a chance to say that. But episode 1, 2, and 3, yeah, I think I did say that. Okay. Because I want to inform people about it. What if some former participants of episode 4 asked me to unpublish episode 4 in Google YouTube? What would I do? I will unpublish it. Why? Because it's their show. Hmm. Or maybe I edit out some parts when they were in that show. Okay. But hopefully that never happens. Why? Because episode 4, this participation of other people, it was so beautifully done. It was like reality TV show. It was so educational and artistic, humorous, philosophical. Yeah, so I hope they will allow me just to have it published in the YouTube. Okay, I hope so. Yeah, because I think humanity can benefit from that episode 4 very much. But if they ask me to unpublish it, I will, or at least edit out that part where they appear on the show. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I can do that. I know how to edit video. Mhm. Yeah, hmm, no problem. Yeah, yeah, I know how to listen to people. Okay, I'm not that stubborn or obstinate. I listen to people. But when it comes to ideological subscription, I have very strong opinions about some ideologies. Okay, so some other ideologies, I like okay either way. Okay, 30 seconds left. Okay, happy July 4th. Okay, and happy your country if you're not in America. Okay, I love other countries too. Okay, God bless you wherever you are. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for loving me. God bless you for generations to come. Thank you. Good night. Bye.